Welcome back to Half A Hot Rods. If you haven't been here before, what we do is take what I've learned from television and YouTube, and I'm trying to build some cool stuff. So if you don't know what you're doing and you want to learn from the things I do wrong, come on along. We're figuring it out as we go. That back there, that's a 57 Chevy body on a 97 Chevy chassis. This is my wife's 53 Bel Air, and we need to make it a roller today. So I've got some period correct wheels and tires for it I got off the marketplace, and we're going to see if we can clean them up, get them stuck on there, maybe even do a little suspension work. You know, I've heard you can build whole chassis out of 2x4 tubing, so let's give it a go. Alright, so these are my new used wheels. With new used tires. There's a one I mounted up last week that was, you know, an adventure, but we got it done. So we're going to get them all cleaned up the best we can. I've got a scrub brush Comet I like using on tires. If I'm not worried about the wheels, I'll use it on them. These wheels are pretty tough shape, so I don't mind using it. This scrub brush, ideally we would use the 4-0 steel wool, but again, on these wheels, they're pretty well wrecked anyway. So anyway, we're going to scrub these down real quick, get them in the truck, and then we'll get them in the shop. Hole there. There's a big hole right there. Same one that's been there since the beginning. I think I'm going to go get some dry socks and then we'll get to work. We got dry shoes, dry socks. I knew that hole was there. Hole's been there. I've filled it in a dozen times. It just keeps sinking. And it was there when I set the tires down, but you know, I still stepped in it once I filled it with water. So the shoe situation has been remedied. And here's how everything looks. Cleaned up pretty good. They're still a little wet, so they look better than they probably will when they're dry. That one's got a lot of crap soaked into it. I was showing you before on the piece of steel wool. This one's peeling really bad, and you got to be careful because that stuff will get under your fingernails and it won't feel good. Feel like a sliver. Most of them cleaned up pretty good. I really like that Comet, the way it cleans up the white letters, white walls if you've got them. Yeah. So in order to get these fit, we've got to get to the Bel Air, and the Bel Air is, well, it looks like it's in jail right now behind that pickup bed. It's behind bars, all locked up, and it's becoming a shelf for other projects like a custom wagon that's coming down the road. So let's get some stuff moved around and get it to where we can actually get the wheels and tires on this car, and then figure out ride height. Well, that's not how that was supposed to go.
Are you sure?
It was supposed to just roll forward. But it didn't. I don't know why it kicked that out. We're almost completely off this side too. Yeah. I'm glad my dog wasn't under there. That light's bright. Well, luckily I think there's still enough room to get a jack onto the front. I guess we'll put the wheels on it there. And to think Wyatt just talked me into the low profile jack. What, Flappy boy? That make you nervous, buddy? I don't know why that did that. That's why I swept. So it wouldn't do that. So part of the reason I couldn't put these on right away is because they take special lug nuts and I didn't have any. They have a longer shank and they take a washer because the holes on them are slotted. They're not perfectly round. Put that through from the back so you can see. So these are meant to fit both 5 on 4 3/4 and 5 on 4 1/2, I think. So if you had some of that, that F word junk and you needed to get it out of your yard, you could put these on it to roll it out. And let's get that wheel turned straight. Turns real easy now. Got that power steering. Look like that scare you, buddy? I'm being honest, it scared me a little. These washers say wheel side on them, so that's the side you put towards the wheel.
No kidding. Well, let me try.
You want to start all these real loosely so you get them all started, because you can see there's some wiggle room. These are called Unilug wheels. The guy I bought them from kept calling them slots. As far as I know, slots are slotted mags. They are a solid wheel with oval slots in them. Same era, but totally different idea. A lot of those are also Unilug. So good. So good. All right, I'm going to show you guys something I discovered. Well, actually, so I got these are two different wheels, right? The two they got the big tires on them, presumably the rear tires. You have, I don't know, one knuckle's worth of depth before you get to the other plane of the wheel. This one, it's like almost the whole length of my finger, okay? So the offset is different. That wheel center is pushed back, which pushes the wheel out further on the car, okay? This one, the wheel center is up, so it pushes the tire inward more on the car. That's what they're talking about when they talk about wheel offset. That's good for our purposes because with us putting a different front suspension, S10 rear end under it, we don't know exactly what we're going to need for wheel offset. Now, if we're being honest, I didn't notice I had two different kinds of wheels until I got home because I was so excited about finding some SS looking wheels, Krager SS looking wheels, that I didn't pay as much attention as I should have. And if I was really hung up on them being a perfect matching set, I'd have been pretty upset. So, you can see this one probably is a real SS, but it's got a real SS cap. It's the only one in the set. This one, the spokes are just a tiny bit different shape. You can see this one doesn't have a peak in the middle of the spoke, and this one does. So we've got two of one kind and two of the other, which, again, whatever. But that looks pretty sharp on there. Missy said she wanted something with a similar, she wants a similar stance on this car as to what's on Franklin, the yellow Omega. And if you haven't seen that yet, we'll take a look over the river and through the woods here. That right there is Franklin. Franklin's got a 30 or 31 inch tire in the back and 225, 75, 15 in the front. Franklin's got a spring over lift in the back and a coil spring spacer in the front. So it's jacked a little bit. So we're going to play around with ride height, see if we can't duplicate that here. I don't know whether we'll end up with same size tire all the way around. These 255, what are these? I know it's on there somewhere. 235 70-15s. I think that's all the tire that's going to fit under the back of this car because of the way the wheel well's shaped, with it being flat like that. And you can add skirts to these, but I don't think we will. Anyway, whole different, train track there. So anyway, yeah. So we've got a couple different size tires. We've got a couple different offsets, which will allow us to play with this and figure out exactly where we need it. If she decides to go with these wheels, really for them to look good, they need to be stripped and re-chromed or stripped and painted. That would make some people sick, I'm sure. But it's her car. If she wants to do it that way, fine. If it's your car, you do it the way you want to do it. That's fine. That's what it's all about. Okay, let's get the other front tire on this before it falls on the ground again. And then we'll see if we can stuff those big fatties under the back of this. I had to look in there and make sure all my vice grips that are holding the front end together were out of the way. So, little tire on that side. Bigger tire on this side. I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. They both look like they're too far forward in the wheel well. But that may just be how they were. I mean, that's got to be how they were. because that fender gap's not that far off. So I think she might want it higher than that. We'll find out. But actually, I kind of like that for ride height on this car. Well, if I'm being honest, I would either, if it was my car, it'd either be a gasser, so it'd be way higher, or it'd be in the weeds, so it'd be way lower. But it's not my car, it's her car. I have to keep reminding myself that. So, yeah, let's get her rolled forward, put the rears on, and this one, she's got a saggy rear end. I'm gonna be honest with you. Blow it out your saggy rear end, Helen.
Why don't you blow it out your big saggy rear end, Helen?
So we're gonna do some improvising to see if we can make this sit up where I think she wants it. And we may have to get creative to even get those tires in there, because this gap right here is not conducive to getting a big tire up in there. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see what we get. Should we try and roll it forward again? Why not? It went so well last time. I don't know why we wouldn't. Piece of pie. So normally on this car, or any rear-wheel drive car, I would stick the jack under the center of the rear end and lift it up that way. But because I want to make more room in that wheel well, I don't want to jack on the rear end. I want to jack on the frame, so that as the body lifts up, the suspension droops, and we make more room to get that tire in there. So let's try that. We're going to take that as high as I can get it, and then we may have to block it or put jack stands under it and do it again. Question is, do I have any jack stands left? Really? Why did that some of this? Well, because of all my rear axle shenanigans, this one here and that one there, I'm kind of low on jack stands. Guess I could use those ones. We'll just let that front pinion sit. Yeah, we'll just use these. I'm sure that'll be fine. Grade 5 bolt. I mean, this car is not that heavy, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah. All right, there it is. It's got jack stands under it. And those I got from a yard sale from an old guy. So they're probably about the same vintage as the car. So that's cool. But good news, Mom. If this video made it to the internet, then that probably means I survived this encounter. Here we go. If not, at least hopefully we go viral so that, you know, my demise can continue to support my family.
Okay, that's dark.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of room. As long as you don't jack it up by the axle. It better not be a different bolt pattern. What on earth is happening here? Scooby-Doo in the case of the disappearing lugs. ¿Dónde está? feet are rated heavier than the jack stands. Oh man, I got my dirty fingers on the white letters. Son of a filthy animal things to do. Using my toes to wiggle this tire and wheel around until that lug nut goes in there semi-easily and threads on. Keep in mind, of course, all these studs are rusty and I didn't spray them with anything or clean them up with a wire wheel because that would have been smart. We're just going to get them started and then send them home.
That's called foreshadowing.
I said that. That one we may not be able to do that. Hey, if 4 don't hold it, 5 never would have. I learned that from Puddin'.
Please stop it. Please stop it.
Those are all bad. I'm going to go cut a couple of chunks of custom suspension. I don't think I can live with myself just jamming those lug nuts on there. I'm going to have to take them back off. And show them a little love, a little lubrication. Should have done this to begin with. These lug nuts could be from 1953. They're going to take more abuse than the brand new Chinese ones. Is that the right way to do it? Is that the right way to do it? Probably not, but it will work. No, that's not as tall as I thought it was. Or is the other side taller? Or did I measure it short because I was worried about the... Need to get that exhaust out of the way. So I'm just going to put that 2x4 in there to hold the car up because those springs obviously aren't going to stay if this thing gets any horsepower. They will not hold up well. They're just little bitty fellow. Look how cute they are. Cute little springs. No. Alright, but the exhaust pipe is in the way. So we're just going to chop it and then knock it out of there. Because I'm not sure how far that tire needs to go in. It's not hitting the frame, but it might hit that exhaust pipe. Moment of truth. Oh, baby. We can get some more rubber onto there. Oh yeah, there's room for more rubber under the back. Probably should be careful where I stick my fingers. You don't want to stick your fingers anywhere you wouldn't stick your, you know. Oh man, that's cool. Yeah. Man, that's the kind of little win that gets you excited about these things again. Why does it look like... Like that wheel's straight. And this one wants to turn left. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that on this front suspension because it's going to go bye-bye. Yeah, I think we can put a wider tire on the back of this. Maybe a little taller too. As long as we have enough spring. Oh, that thing looks cool. And she can drive it up and down our driveway without worrying about getting it stuck. Dragging the bottom on stuff. Oh yeah. I do like those wheels on this car. And white letters. Kragers and white letters. Eat your heart out, Mortsky. You know you like it. Or you should. You should like it. I mean, I shouldn't tell you what you should like, but I mean, you should like that. Right, Mudflap? What do you think about them white letters and Kragers? Oh yeah, big tail wag. He like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a Hadoshi Maichek. Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh, she looks like a bruiser now. Yeah, got that stance. Let's go out and look over the river and through the woods at Franklin again. Franklin's sitting on a hill tilted towards us, so I mean, I don't think we're that far off. We might need to bring the front up a little, actually. Luckily, since I think we're going to put a front half of a different suspension on here, we can kind of set it wherever we want without super stiff lift springs or anything. Oh man, getting the sag out of this back of this car, just, it does so much for it. Such a cool car. What do you think, Flappy boy? Mudflap? What do you think, Mudflap? You like Kragers? Heck yeah! Uh-oh, it's thundering. You scared of the thunder, buddy? Might have to go sing the Thunder Buddy song. Look how good that looks. Oh, buddy. Mud Flapper. Ta-da!
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 Let's see. Gotta look from the side. Let me see.
This front tire is smaller than the other front tire.
Oh, okay. Let me go look on the other side then, because I think that's too small. Oh, yeah. That looks good.
And I didn't think we'd be able to get more in there, but I think we can actually get a little wider and a little taller tire in the back.
Yeah, I would like more rubber underneath maybe on both of them, but I like the way it sits. And of course the front end will be down a little more because the motor will be in there.
Right, if we do nothing else.
Yeah.
This is... I modified the suspension on this one.
Yeah, this one, it looks like it's...
A little bit front high.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I want it, if nothing else, I'd rather the front be a little lower.
Well, if you...
Did this break?
No, it's been broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, engine and transmission will lower the front end, so if you're okay with that, then we'll try to maintain the same height. But, or if you want it to stay that high, we can.
No.
We can go higher in the back, or we can go a little lower on both.
No, I like the back where it is. I think the front needs to be a little lower, but we'll see what the engine and transmission do. I mean, it's, well...
Well, because when we cut the front suspension off and put the other one on there, if we want to make it higher or lower, we can easily do it then without affecting ride quality.
Okay. Yeah, the front definitely needs to be lower, and I don't even mind if the front's a little lower than the back.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's good.
That's how it would have been if they hot rodded it in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
It would have been high in the back and lower in the front, a little lower in the front. What do you think about those wheels?
They're okay. I don't know if that'll be my final choice, but they're not bad. They're okay.
They're period correct, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's lots of choices.
Yeah. I almost like the smooth with the disc. Is that period correct?
Smooth with the...
It's like just a big round.
It's all solid in the middle,
Mhm.
like Chesney's.
No. Yes?
You can see them out there.
No. Like, it's like a cap that goes and you don't see lug nuts or anything. It's just a smooth
Oh!
dome.
Oh! Like the brushed ones?
Yes.
Salt flat disc.
There we go. That's what I couldn't think of the word. Yes.
Yeah, and then those you can do with any kind of steel wheel. They just
Yeah.
clip on.
I think that's what I want.
That would be pretty cool.
Yes.
And that would be period correct.
Yes. I couldn't think of the word. Salt flat disc. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Did we ask if I should paint it or leave it patinaed yet?
I don't know that we've asked them. Do we patina match the front fenders to this? Or do we sand it down, do body work, and do a nice paint job on it? What do you think? What do you think right now?
I don't know yet. I think right now I'm thinking of sanding it down and painting it this color.
Is that because you think it'll be easier to do than matching the patina?
No, I just think it would be cool. I love that color.
Yeah.
And we're going to have patina there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do think it would be kind of hard to match the color and the patina there. Unless I just completely... I don't know.
I think you could do it, but it's a matter of what you want to do. I'm confident you could paint these, you just paint it in layers.
Yeah.
You start with a little green, you put a little red on it or brown oxide, and then you sand it to where it looks like it matches. People do it all the time that aren't as artistically talented as you. So,
I just like the idea of having a shiny old car.
yeah.
A lot of metal flake in some spots.
White roof with a lot of metal flake. Lace job.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty.
This is the right car to lace. So you paint it white from here up, and then you just lay lace all around the top and pinstripe it.
Pinstripe it?
Where
You stencil it.
yeah, it's kind of like a stencil. Well, some of them will do a pinstripe around the edge to set a hard line,
Oh.
and then lace inside the pinstripe. But yeah, it's so cool.
And then that white.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably was white.
Shiny up all the chrome, even though I'm not a big fan of chrome. I think on this car it's appropriate.
Yeah. And that's got to be stainless. This isn't like chrome over something else garbage like they do now. This is stainless steel, or it wouldn't still be here.
Yeah. No, that's true. It would be all rusted and gone.
So you like that pretty close for ride height?
Mhm.
Just more rubber in the back and a little lower in the front?
Yep.
Inch or two probably?
Yeah.
All right.
You saying inch or two doesn't give me the visual, so I'll have to see it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I can compress this. Did it move at all?
No. Hey, good news. You don't weigh as much as a
No, I should be about half.
engine and trans.
I should be about half of what the engine weighs by itself. But
I'm definitely gonna take that off.
unfrench them.
Unfrench them, yeah.
I'll have to see what's behind there. Because I think they weld those on.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. You just grind into it and see what's there and go from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's good?
Yep.
Hey, as always, thanks for watching. We're glad you came back to see us. If it was your first time, hopefully you'll come back and see us again. Click subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you did different, what you did better, and I'll learn from that too. If you have questions, I'll do my best to get answers and get them to you. I am pretty happy with this. So we'll be back again soon with more on the Bel Air, and we definitely need to get back to work on the 57 Chevy truck. If I wasn't waiting for parts right now, we'd probably be working on that. So, as always, I appreciate you watching. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it. See you next time.